Hi guys, welcome back. So in this video, we are going to talk about the data types. So already we have seen data types, right? We saw string data type, num data type, and the number data type, the float data type, the complex data type, and also the collections. Now in this, let's exclusively talk about the collection data types, also string data type. You know very well these are very complex data types, and they have plenty of functions and they have plenty of properties in that. So by understanding this, you will be able to do many operations over these data types. So let's see one by one. The first one, the list data type. List is a immutable collection where you can have more than one data. It's almost equivalent to an array. How arrays are there, similarly list can be created as arrays in Python. So the syntax for creating a list is, very well, I can say my list, sorry, my list equal to, I can say like this, correct or not? So square bracket, this is list. And when you are having this, very well, I can say print my list, all the things will get printed. Apart from this, you also can make use of for loop. For I in my list, I can say print I. So that will also be able to read all the values. Apart from this, you can also say print of my list of one. Always the index of list, tuple, or any collection will start with 0. This will be 0th index, and then it continues. So if I'm going to say 1, this is going to print 2. Please remember that. So 2 is getting printed because I'm here. If I'm going to say 0, it will print no 1. If I say 1, it will print 2. So the index will always starts with 0. So see the different ways by which you can read your collection. Okay. One more thing, if you want, you can reassign a value. Like let's say my list of 1 equal to 1000. If I do so, then the value of 1 will become 1000. In fact, if I'm going to print this, print my list, this will print 1000. Writing that. But remember, this is only possible in list. Can I do this in tuple? If you ask me, no. As we already said, lists are mutable, whereas tuples are immutable. That is, you create constants using tuple. See, the same thing, if I have to convert that to a tuple, all I have to do is this. So the difference between list and tuple is, basically tuple is also list, but constant list, immutable list, whereas list is by default mutable. Mutable means changeable. So here you can see, if I change this to tuple, when all I have to do is I have to put these brackets, and then if you run this will throw you an fine error. See, tuple does not support item assignment. This is not possible, that's what it is saying. But if I change this to square brackets, which is list, then it says yes, i'm okay with I'm okay with no errors. Got it. Okay. Apart from this, let's also understand the different properties of this. Like for example, if you want to delete some item in the list, you can make use of this del property, and you can delete something. Like for example, you can say uh, del my list of 2. If you say this 3 will be deleted, correct? 3 will be deleted. See, the 3, because the index, you have to pass the index. Apart from this, you can also give range also. Like 2 colon, if you give up to the end, it will erase. Up to the end, it will erase. Okay. Or you can specify a range 2 and 3. Fine, you can specify like this. 3 means basically at the same location it will be, always it will be -1, 3 -1, 2 2. Second, if you give 4, then 2 and 3 will be deleted. Second position and third position will be deleted. Got it? Is that making sense? Okay. Apart from this, you also have no this minus thing. Let me comment this. If I'm going to say print list minus one, what does it mean? Minus one is the reverse index. See, this index starts with zero, right? The reverse index starts with minus one. So this will print what? 5. See, this is printing 5. So here also you can give a range, like for example, uh, colon. If you give like this, let's see what happens. See, it has to go from the this side. Getting that? Fine. Normally there you said 1:5. Inga vandu minus 1 because the reverse side, right? So this is how you need to give. Or you can give minus 3. If you give, the range is like this. 3, 4. Okay, like this. This is going to come. So this is another no way of reading it. And minus 1 colon will read the entire thing. Got it? Making sense? Okay. Now let's look at, apart from these properties, you also have so many methods. See, append is there, extend is there, insert, remove, pop, clear. So many methods are there. Let's see some methods also here. Okay. You got a pop method, very interesting method. Pop method will pop a record from a collection and it will remove that record from the collection also. It is like it's a method of a stack basically. So pop will remove and give you. Remove method will only remove, it won't return anything. Whereas pop, see here, n equal to, like, let me not delete anything. Okay, n equal to, I can say my list dot pop of, let's say, 1. And prior to that, let me print the list. And after pop, I can print that, print n, and I can also print my list. Let's see what happens. Very interesting method. Pop has returned 1000, at the same time it has removed that 1000. Correct or not? It has removed that 1000. It has given you 1000, it has also removed that 1000 from the list. Pop. Okay. Now let's see some more methods. Here, what is that? Append is there. Append means basically it will append a value at the end. Append at the end. So, for example, if I want, I can say my list dot append of, let's say, 999. So what will happen? It will append at the end. See here, it will append at the end. Okay. Extend is also like appending, but you can accept no I mean see a collection, another collection. See here, you can also say like this, my list dot extend. Fine. You can say here 90, 80, 100, something you're saying. So by doing so, you can extend that particular collection. Okay, guys, is that making sense? Fine. You're extending that collection. See. Okay. So likewise, try to use other methods also. Like remove is there. Then you could see here pop is there, clear is there, clear that particular. So methods are pretty simple. The more you work on it, the more you will get clear. Okay. Apart from this, you also have something called as list creation. See, this is also one beautiful thing. Like you can say print off. Fine. You can say into 3. So what this will do? This will create a list with 3 RE in it. See this? So there is also one more thing which you can know about the list. Is that cool? Fine. Let's move to the next one. So this is what some ways of creating list. Try this out. See, one more thing which is given here is power, right? You know very well. 2 into fine star x for x in range of 10. You know very well what is range of 10. It will generate a number between 1 and 10. Fine. So if I'm going to have this print of VOW, it will have the powers of that. See, 10 numbers are generated. Cool. So these also some interesting, and also you could see here range. Range will give you range of numbers. Got it. So as I said, kindly work on it. The more you work on it, the more you'll become comfortable. Got it, guys? Okay. So apart from list, next thing which you have is tuple. Tuples are also collection, but immutable collections. Collections whose value cannot be changed. So what is the difference? My tup equal to this is the one, which is the change. So here one already we saw. If I'm going to say my tup dot when of 1 equal to 100, this will throw you an error because tuples don't get changed. So that is the only thing. Other than that, the rest everything is same. Fine, how you access it, how I mean, basically work on it, everything is same. So, for example, if I'm going to uh, like access that, different things, minus one, minus all these things will work here also. Like for example, I can say print of my top of one means this one colon, fine, means all, or colon minus one, fine, the reverse. So anything, however you want, fine, however you want, you can get that. You can get that. Got it, guys. Fine. Okay. Apart from this, no, you can also have index, count. So many methods are there. See here, print my tup dot count. Count is basically to tell how many times. Let's say I have one four. Four is coming three times. So count of four. If I give, this will return me three. And one more thing, index. Print my tub dot index of let's say 3. So this will return me 0 1 2. Okay, it returns me because 0 1 2, this is second index, correct or not, where 3 is available. Okay, one more thing, look at here in this ppt we have given a tuple with two brackets. A tuple with two brackets. Now what do you mean by these two brackets? Two brackets is basically defining a two-dimensional array. A two-dimensional array, which means like a matrix structure, like a table structure. Now table structure fine needs to be understood, like we all know, like we have find an array kind of stuff here. So let's define that. See here, my tup is already present, right? My tuple is already present. So this is my tuple. Let's say one more, my tuple 2 equal to fine, within that my tup comma fine, here I am saying 5 6 7 8. So like that I'm saying, but this is a list. There is a list, whatever it is. So I have now created a two-dimensional array. Now a two-dimensional array works like this, guys. So let me show you here how a two-dimensional array looks like. Okay, a two-dimensional array will look like this. So always the index will be starting from 0. That is, the first row will be 0th row, first column will be 0th column. So the intersection point will be the address of that particular cell. So the first cell will be called as 0 0. The second cell will be called as 0 1. Like that we need to find out the intersection point. Like for example, this particular cells, this cell, fine. The cursor is very it's not so visible. If I want to have this cell, then it is 1 1 1, correct or not? This one. So 1 1. So like that you need to find out. So this is also more or less same, right? This is also more or less same. That's what it's happening here. Okay. So top four lines, bottom four line, four values, top four values. So it is a two-dimensional array with two rows and four columns. So if I want, I can access it like this now. Print, fine, first row, sorry, my top first row. If I go for first column, what value will come? So first row is this one. First column is 6 because the first column here, if I give 0 only, it will go for the zeroth column. First means second column basically. So this will print what? 6. See here. Print my top 2, not because this is what the one, right? See 6. If I want to read this one, find the first value, then what will I put? 0 0. The first value 1 will get print. Okay. One more thing, guys. Here we have a tuple. Here we have a list. Can I change? Though it's a tuple like scenario, can I change this? That you can change. For example, my tup 2 of 1 equal to 5. No, right now 6 it is. Fine. I can say 600, and now I can print that value. Or rather, I can print directly here. Print my tup 2. So it gets changed because that's a list. Because that's a list that gets changed. But if you try to change this 0 0, this is a tuple, fine, which will come to this area, that will throw you an error. Cool. Okay, getting that. So a bit of information about tuple. Okay, now let's go for the next thing, string. Now strings are also a complex type, and you know very well, basically set of characters. A string can be defined like this: str equal to hello world, or you can say str2 equal to, in single quotes also, or you can also say like this: Jack and Jill went up the hill. Say multiple lines of statement, multiple lines of statement. It's like a text area, you type so many lines. So you can call that also as a string. For example, if you say print str3, it works. It's not considered as a comment, it is considered as a string. Okay. Apart from this, string also works like an array. You can read the string value through index. I can say str of find 2, so you'll get hel. Okay. So like this also you can study. Apart from this, string also can be read like this: for I in str. So this will print all the values. Cool. Getting that. So this is also possible in string. Sorry. Apart from this, what are the other things you have? Say first, can you compare two strings? Yes, very much you can compare two strings. str and str2. If I want, I can compare. So str fine is equal to str3. Now, what do you mean by equal to equal to? That's called as a comparison operator. It will check whether both are equal. If so, it will say true or else false. So right now both are not equal, so we are getting false. Now, apart from this, you also have a function called length. Length of str. Length is not dot str dot length. Length is a separate function. Length of str This will return you the length of this particular string. See here. Cool. Okay. Can I concatenate two strings? That is also possible. If you want, you can also say str new equal to str plus str3, and I can say print str new. This will add one string with another string. Fine. This will add one string with another string. See, um, here, where is that? str and str3 we have added, right? Str and str2, that's a big no. We'll make it small. So hello world, hello. Got it. You can also use this membership operator in to check if something is there in a string. Like for example, sorry, print h in str. So this will print, true or false, that h is there or not. Correct. You can also say world is there or not. If you say something wrong, this will say false. Got it, guys? Is that simple? Okay. Apart from this, look at it. There are a lot of functions here. Lower, upper, is alpha, capitalize, find. So try to use these methods, guys. Unless until you use these methods, you will not be able to really appreciate them. Let me use some of the methods. Like for example, let me delete this, and let's say hello print fine str dot upper. So what this will do? This will print it in uppercase. Fine, correct or not? Right. Apart from this, let's also use one more method. Is alpha. uh, Print str dot is alpha is num is ASCII is digit, to find out whether what type of no number, what type of character is that. So I can say is alpha. Fine. This will give true or false. Let's say one more, c equal to 10, like this I am getting. So print fine c dot is digit. Fine. Is digit. It's staying true because it's a number. Correct. Okay. One more. Look at this method. R just, L just, center and all. This is also very interesting methods. See, I can say like this: print R just dot str dot r just, and then I can give a width comma and a symbol. So r just means basically it will right justify the value and give stars in before that particular value. It will get right justified up to 20 characters. See this. Similarly, if I'm going to give l just, it will be left justified. Similarly, I can also say center. Center will do put it in center, add stars from both the sides. Okay, getting that? Is that making sense? So that's all we have with respect to string. So string is a very interesting thing. Explore. It's an ocean. Like the more you practice, the more it will become perfect. Getting this, guys? Chale. With this, we'll stop. And in the next, we are going to talk about the next collections. Thank you.